What is good, Hellraisers? Welcome back to a brand new episode. Today we'll be looking at the blueprints for the Kilo 141, which is a solid gun from the Modern Warfare era up until the integration of the Cold War into Warzone. Now, Kilo is a great weapon whether it be multiplayer or Warzone, post or pre-integration of Cold War. It's always a reliable weapon you can go back to, especially if you don't know what to play with. Now, if we take a look at the blueprint, so the Kilo has four main blueprints. Of course, these include all the blueprints that are not buyable. Of course, you can buy a bunch more, but we're focusing on all the free ones and all the ones that you can unlock with challenges. For the Kilo 141, I unlocked every single blueprint that you can unlock, so these are the only ones that you'll be able to unlock. If you have other ones that you unlocked freely, please let me know in the comment section below. So out of the four, we have the Sandbar, which is a legendary blueprint that was introduced in Season 4, pre-integration of the Cold War into Warzone. We have the Berliner, which is also Season 2, pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. We have Union Black from Season 1, and we have Florentino from Season 5, pre-integration of Cold War into Warzone. Now in terms of which one is more famous? I would say the Florentino is the most famous, just because for a while we've been seeing it as a ground loot. Unfortunately, it's only rare, so I mean it is good. It is good. Don't get me wrong. The Kilo 141 is a solid weapon, but compared to the other, whether it be epic or legendary blueprints, it doesn't perform that well. So yeah, but in case you find it, it's always better than any of the other weapons. But yeah, if you're trying to build your own or trying to go with the best blueprint, that is not the one to go with. Union Black came out in Season 1, so this one is an old veteran. I mean, Union Black was the reason why I started locking the Kilo 141. It's very aesthetic. You would pick it up from people on the ground, and then you would wonder what gun this is. Down people so fast. I remember, especially in the days where I was playing Plunder, a lot of camping, defending, whatever you want to call it, for the what do you call it? The banks. People would always target the banks, so we would land there, try to secure it, have at least 15 to 20 kills back in the day, and that was a lot. Nowadays, it's all right, you can do it, but that was back in the day. It was pretty solid ones. We have the Berliner, which came a bit later. I mean, the Berliner is also solid. Let's look at some of the attachments. We have the Singard Arms Whisper, we have the 1MW laser, we have the no stock, 4 stock, and we have the 50 round mags for the magazine. Now this one came out more, I mean it came out later because most people were trying to, we're getting sick of all the SMGs and we're trying to see if they were able to attack with the assault rifles, especially since assault rifles were dealing so much damage and they had a higher TTK ratio. So this is why I'm guessing Call of Duty and Raven got this one out. So you have the no stock in order for you to make it mimic an SMG. The 1MW laser to add to the accuracy and hip fire. Singard Arms Whisper to add to that mobility, and you have the 50 round mags. The 50 round mags does move a little bit of mobility and control. But again, this is with this build, it's a weapon that you attack with. It's not one that you defend or use it as a support weapon, so you don't really care that much about the control. As long as you're in that close range, you should deal a lot of damage. I think a lot of YouTubers were talking about this gun just because they were talking about the assault rifle that you can change into SMG, and everybody just kept clicking on those videos. But yeah, I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon because I mean there are SMGs that are much better than the Kilo 141. But again, a lot of people like to be intrigued, so that's why they press on it, but it's all good. And now we're going to be talking about the best blueprint for the Kilo. I'm not saying it's the best because it's the only legendary one, but even if you look at the stats, it's much higher. We're not only going by stats to determine the best blueprint. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, for some weapons, the rare blueprints are much better than the legendary. For some reason, they just the pool which they use to attach all the attachments and choose them is sometimes weird. But yeah, with this one, it's a very solid weapon. A lot of people still use the sandbar, whether it be for the camo or actually the actual attachments. Now, if we take a look at the attachments, we have the monolithic suppressor. Now the monolithic suppressor is the best suppressor for the Modern Warfare weapons. It's the last one that you unlock. Then we have the tac laser for the laser. Now a lot of people like to use a tac laser. I like to use the 500 MW laser. I feel like it's much stronger. And then the tac laser, even though the tac laser has more positive points. The optic is integral hybrid. Now with the Kilo, especially, it depends really what game mode you're playing. If you're playing a lot of Resurgence or Close Quarter BR, you don't really need an optic. But if you're playing Verdansk, you definitely need an optic. As far as stock, the FSS Close Quarter stock is also sort of like a medium to I mean, it's not a long range weapon as is usually used, but it's more of a short range to medium range, which is pretty good because it gives you best of both worlds, especially if you're, I mean, if you're being rushed by a few teams and you don't have time to reload, you can always switch back to this weapon instead of reloading your SMG or your whatever other gun you're using. And we have the operator foregrip. Now with the Modern Warfare guns, especially the assault rifles, you do need an underbarrel for most of them. For some reason the recoil is not all that. I think the recoil was much better before the integration of Cold War, but yeah, that's a different topic for another day. So the operator foregrip was used. As you can see, this increases the accuracy a lot. The damage is the same, but the range is much higher. See, the thing is, what's amazing about this weapon is that you have that much range without even having a barrel. So it just tells you how strong the Kilo 141 is. Even if you just remove the underbarrel and stick a barrel on it, it would be deadly, man. At long range, short range, and mid range. Of course, they didn't put a barrel because they put the FSS close quarter, so they expect you to be at that close range. But again, you can always tweak it to whatever you feel is necessary. Let's take a look at the 3D HD animation. Alright, that's pretty much it for this weapon. If you guys have another build that you guys do that's much better, of course let me know in the comment section below. This is not the build that I'm using, it's just the best blueprint build for those of you guys who are just joining Warzone or just don't know how to build it. This is always a solid base to go from. You can always do some tweaks and tweaks to it. If you have a hard time configuring the Kilo 141 and you still want to play with 141, please let me know in the comment section below. I'll let you guys know my own personal setup for it. It's a deadly beast, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this weapon. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoy your gameplay, and until next time, take it easy.
Cache-toi. On tape là.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, y'en a un autre. Oh là là.
Bag is set. Bird is ready for deposit. Enemy soldier incoming.
Hostile fire.
Watch the side. Enemy dropping into the AO. Helo is coming out with deposit on board. Cargo is safe. Exfil is returning to base. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile dropping. Enemy UAV overhead.
Waypoint marked.
T'as vu pourquoi? Oh, c'est scandaleux, c'est scandaleux.
Be advised, friendly precision airstrike
Scandaleux.
inbound.
Oh, c'est scandaleux. Bah, regarde juste là.
Throwing grenade.
All enemy HVTs have been eliminated. Stay focused.
Be advised, advanced UAV is bingo fuel. Returning to base.